Hi, it's Ben Lowe here in Louisville, back with you with more tips, ideas, and resources for creating a business and ultimately a life you love. So today I want to take that next step. We've been talking the last couple of days of moving beyond what you know and doing something first so that then you can get better at it. Today I wanted to talk to you about a strategy for those of you that are particularly in, say, a home business or some kind of networking business where you invite people to partner with you, okay? And it could also be those of you that may be marketing some kind of online product or service or coaching or ideas. And here's the question is, how do you invite people to partner with you, to enroll with you, to engage with you on something when you may feel you haven't yet got everything perfect, okay? Maybe you haven't figured everything out in life yet, or you haven't achieved the level of income or business results yet that you want. And let's bring it down to particular, let's say, a networking business where you're recruiting, you're inviting others who may want to change to look at partnering with you in the vehicle you're in. Okay, and it's kind of a catch-22 if you feel like you already have to have arrived, before you can invite anyone, whereas inviting people and building a network and partners is part of what causes you to progress in your business. Okay, so you kind of get stuck there. How many of you have ever experienced that at some point or have new reps or partners that are struggling with that? Okay, they want to get successful first, then they can talk to people. Okay, but it's a catch-22. You can't without talking to people, or even others say, let me see how you do first, then I'll do it. And so people's belief or how they see themselves gets a little shaken. And so what I want to give you is an analogy that has assisted me and could really assist you in the process. Okay, and it's kind of like thinking about it. What if you had decided you wanted to go climb, let's say, Mount Everest? Some major project or event or adventure you wanted to go on, and obviously, it'd be more fun to go with some other people that you know and love, that maybe have a similar adventuresome spirit and want to do it with you, rather than just doing it all by yourself and then telling them about it after you did it. Okay, so you want to let some other people know. Now, in that case, you guys can probably all see, hey, well, of course, I haven't climbed it yet, but I'm making the commitment to climb, so I'm going to invite and let some of my friends know and see if they want to do it with me. It'd be a lot of fun if we did it together. Okay, and you're not depending that you're already an expert, but I slipped in a word there that is very key, and it was the word commit. Okay, that you've committed or you're committed to climbing Mount Everest. And in that commitment, you may have signed up for certain pre-training. You might have gotten some Sherpas and some guides that have experience. You've got the equipment, you've blocked off the time, you've bought your airline ticket. Maybe you have a whole training regimen and you've got some personal coaches to work with you to prepare up to the point of the climb. Okay, so you've really committed and lined up. You're not an expert or pro yet. You haven't gotten to the top of Mount Everest yet, but you are committed. Now, your friends, or maybe even it's someone that you meet in a local group or community who doesn't know you real well, but if they want to climb, if they have any interest in climbing Mount Everest and they sense your commitment, that commitment that you are going to do it with or without them, and you've set things in motion and in place to make that happen, and maybe you're already demonstrating the consistency of showing up for your daily training, to get ready, and prepare your body and stuff for that climb, that commitment is going to speak to them, and it's based on your vision, of how great it's going to be to climb Mount Everest. So there's another word, vision, your vision, okay, for what that will mean for you in your life and potentially for their life that might ignite something in them, in their own personal vision. And then it's also your commitment. Okay, if you were like, do you guys want to go? I don't know. I might go if you want to go. That's going to be a different thing for something like Mount Everest, which requires some real commitment. Okay, so realize that when it comes now, let's go back to your home business. Maybe you just started, or maybe you've been going a couple of years and it's not quite, it's not even where you want it to be. You thought it was going to be easier than this, and you've had some ups and downs, some distractions, maybe some changes that weren't in your control. Okay, and so you're looking at this now and you're saying, wow, can I really invite others into this? Okay, well, you do want to make sure you have a viable company, you've got some aligned values and that they're committed, to your success, and, the commitment is mutual. Okay, but once those, the real product, trends, company, the real resources are there and you've got something solid, then it's really a matter of, are you committed? Are you committed to see this through? If you're just dipping your toes in the water, if I'm going to talk to my friend Johnny, and if Johnny decides to do it, then I'll really get serious. Then, it's kind of, again, that catch-22. He's going to sense I'm not really committed. okay? But if I'm serious and I'm going to do this, and now I'm letting Johnny know that I'm climbing Mount Everest, I'm building this business. Here's why I'm doing this, because I want more freedom with my family. I only have an extra half hour a day. I only have an extra 90 minutes a day, but I'm squeezing this in the cracks of time. I've got some great support. We've got some online ways to leverage our time, and I am climbing this mountain, and I'm committed to the next 24, 36 months to really make traction in this, really make progress in this. I thought of you. We've talked about, doing something together at some point. Are you at a point where you're open? Because if so, I want to open up a possibility for you. Can you sense the confidence and the posture you could have there, where you're not attached to what Johnny decides to do? Johnny may decide it's not for him, and that's okay. Or he may need to percolate and watch you a bit, or he may have someone else to refer to you. But once someone gets a sense that you are committed, there's going to be a level of respect. You'll have a sense of respect for yourself and power that comes across, and you'll be able to do this with or without the individual people that you talk to, but then you can talk to people on a consistent basis and invite them into that possibility with you. And it no longer has to be based on that you've already reached the top of your company, you've already got the fancy car and the money and everything like that. You can be real. You could even be real and say, hey, I've got kids, I've got a job, but I'm tired of being on the treadmill, of always having more month at the end of the money, and I found some partners, I found a way. And maybe they know you've already been doing it for a while. Yes, I've been doing it. I've had my ups and downs, my bruises, but I've learned and I've realized this is going back to just only relying on my job, and what others decide for me is no longer an option. So I'm absolutely committed. In fact, I've renewed my commitment. I've got my schedule in place. There's some new things coming. I've resourced myself in these ways, and I thought of you. We've got this next run. I'm going to be running for this period of time to climb Mount Everest, to build this business. Would you like to come with me? Or do you know someone who is committed to making a change in their life that would like to do something with me? So play with that idea. Hopefully it'll give you more power no matter where you are. So you're not based on what you've already achieved, but you're based on your commitment to see something through, your vision and your commitment. So I'd love to hear your own comments, how this impacts you, maybe how you've already applied something like this in your journey, and feel free to share below. This is Ben in Louisville. We'll be back with you again tomorrow. Bye for now.